ex-boyfriend with whom I never got any sleep. It wasn't because we were having such a good time at night, no. It was because he kept me up doing tasks for his budding music career. He'd say, if you'd only stuff my CDs into jewel cases, I would really make it. But he was a sweet musician who buzzed for tips. I'm not saying nothing, I'm just saying it could happen. Because, one time Yoko Ono dropped a 50 in his guitar case in Central Park. She lived across the road in the Dakota with John. He's already dead by then. But even though we were broke, we didn't spend it for a month. We just take Yoko's 50 out every once in a while and stare at it. Now, I've sold 19 dozen hand-printed illustrations to the Museum of American Folk Art. Yeah, that's right. But he was not impressed. No, he was not convinced. No, he'd say, let's face it, Jill, between the two of us, I'm the one who's really going to make it. So let's put all the energy into me. Translation, stuff those CDs. And don't forget to collect the $3 cover charge at the door, girlfriend. Yeah, sounded like a shaky plan. Had I acquiesced and go-go danced to finance his musical foray. The bouncer wouldn't let me wait outside to look for him because, well, he was afraid something bad would happen to me. Something worse than was already happening. And when he finished counting out the cash in the drawer, he offered to drive me along Route 3 in search of a quality room, if there is such a thing in East Jersey. And at one point, I thought I even spotted our van driving alongside us on the highway. And I yelled, hey, that's our van, pull one up to that. And he said, crazy girl, get your hand back in and roll up that window. Now, because I haven't lived in Manhattan, I didn't need to drive, so I let my license expire. Yeah, not a good idea because the motels in Jersey make you register for a room by sliding valid ID underneath bulletproof glass. So we had to keep driving from one motel to the next in order to find one that would accept my expired license, and we did. The Starlight Inn. Should have been called the Bates Motel. I requested a quiet room, so the clerk stashed me in the back of the parking lot, assuring me that I would be oh so comfortable. And the bouncer escorted me to my accommodations, unlocked the steel door, and dropped my 10-pound go-go bag on the twin bed, leaving me alone in a room without a view, while visions of the psycho shower scene flashed through my head. Yeah, I admit I have a hard time settling down into motel rooms. I hate touching the remote with my bare hands. You never know who's been handling it before you or what else they've been handling. So I'll peel off the protective wrap from the bathroom cups and slip it over the remote like a sleeve, changing channels worry-free. And I'll twist up a damp towel and shove it along the bottom of the door jamb. So hallway noises no more. A little trick I learned from the Travel Channel. Well, this is followed by the well-known Howard Hughes ritual of withdrawing a tissue from the complimentary tissue pack to adjust the heat vent knob, the light switch, any and all items threatening germs. So, well, you can imagine how tissue are strewn around my room with residue by the time I leave. The whole darn Kleenex box. Well, I pick them up before I go so as not to offend. Housekeeping. When I look down, I notice that something's moving. Very tiny moving things like pepper. Oh, what a tizzy that sent me into. All night, I didn't sleep. I kept itching in my sheets. So I turned on the TV. that hotel room. And lo and behold, the bouncer who had so courteously escorted me the night before had left the keys dangling in the doorknob outside. It's a wonder no one else let themselves in besides the bugs. So I headed up to the main office to explain that I had unwanted company sharing my room, and that they were moving and biting, and that I wanted some recompense for my stride. A little discount, if you will. And the clerk at the front desk told me that there was nothing she could do because the manager wasn't in. I knew that wasn't true because, well, I myself have had one too many jobs in the hospitality industry, and knew for a fact that the manager is always on site. So just to let you know, if you ever have a problem, ask for the manager, they're in. Well, I wasn't buying her no customer service routine, and she was surprised that I didn't believe her. I could see I was getting nowhere. So I turned down the lobby and slipped through the crack of a door at the end of the hall, and, well, just like Toto drew back the curtain to reveal the wizard, there she was, the manager. 300 pounds, talking on the phone, with stacks of toilet paper rolls, lined up on her desk next to a Burger King Whopper meal at 8 a.m. This is New Jersey, okay? Well, she didn't want to get off the phone. I wasn't budging. I just stood there. I repeated my suffering in the room with the bugs. And that I wanted some compensation. All right, I might have alluded or threatened that I write for a newspaper and would be detailing my adventures at their fine establishment. Some amends were not made. Well, she took a big, juicy bite of her burger, looked up and sighed. Let me ask you one thing. I said, what? Were the bugs still